6:30.
Okay, we just took a little break. We're back in class. So the last thing that I was kind of getting you guys to do was kind of moving around, globaling, oops key, in, hyper keys, stuff like that. So everybody feel comfortable with it? Pretty much? Mess around with that, guys. Mess around with that. I mean, when you just have some free time, get your laptop out. And you don't even need to, I mean, you have to be paying attention, but you don't really have to be paying attention. You can be sitting there watching TV and just kind of messing around with it. Just moving around, using the D. You know what? Do that right now. Put your hands on the home. I want you to go right 2 words. Go down 2 sentences. Go left 4 words. And then push D. Put your hands on the home. Okay?
So.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Then push Z. D deletes. Okay? Push G. Globals. Highlighted. 1 stroke. Then just push escape. That little chart that I gave you,
I've got it.
Yeah, I had.
the chart that I gave you, sit down, you know, just in front of the TV. Just sit down and just start messing around with it. Just start messing around with some of the things, and it has to be something that you don't care if you mess up, you know? So just mess around with some of the stuff, so if it does kind of mess it up or whatever, you don't know how to get back to it, then you're still okay.
But normally Z takes you back.
Most of the time, unless you do, you know, 7, 8, you know, even 3 or 4 different functions, it may not take you back.
Okay.
Because it already thinks that you've already moved on from those things, so it's only going to take you back so far.
So you try to keep it between 1 and 2 and.
Yeah. So if you deleted something, I think it'll do 3 or 4 or whatever, and then it's like, oh, you know. As long as you keep doing the same function, then it's okay. But if you do delete, C to go to the next conflict, T to go to the next, untranslate, and then, oh, you know what? I want to put that word back in there that I deleted. It's probably not going to do it. You've already done too many things already. So it only does so many things. All right? So get that chart out and just start messing around with it. You know, when you have some free time or whatever, and, you know, say, you know, maybe you've been practicing for maybe 20, 30 minutes, you're already kind of getting mind block or whatever, pull your computer out. After you were doing real time, go through and start editing a little bit. Just start messing around with it. You know what? I didn't want that in there. Delete, delete. Oh, you know what? I wanted it back in there. Z, Z, Z. You know, and just messing around. And the more you do it, the more it's going to come secondary. You know, it's just going to come as, you know, as another function that you do. So the more you mess with it, the more you're going to remember. Okay? And you're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. Because, you know, you're going to insert some stuff. Enter gets you back into hyper keys. Enter again does the last word, but you can't space over. So you have to remember little functions like that. Oh, what? You know, I typed the word and then I space over. Oh, I remember what I need to do. So the more you do it, the more you're going to remember. Okay?
Type over tracking will remember the replacements you've been making, and AutoMagic will incorporate this into its choices that it offers. A good way to learn how to use hyperkeys is to install and play lessons of the Efficient Editing tutorial. There are about 15 one-class lessons which give you basic information, as well as a set of Tell Me More chapters that offer more detail. A separate visualizer shows you how to use the Efficient Editing tutorial.
Got that? So if you forget, go through the tutorial again. Watch these little videos. And the way you do the videos, you know, if y'all don't remember, is you go into where it has here, put your cursor there, Alt-V for Victor.
For visualizer?
Or visualizer.
Yeah.
You want a T? I said Victor.
Okay, victory.
For visualizer. Plays the video. Okay?
Yes.
All right.
That was helpful. Chairs. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I just thought you fell down.
Chairs, no.
I know.
Because I'm sitting there.
I was gonna look over and she's on the floor.
She passed
I
it.
broke a chair today.
All right. I think we already did the mouse commands and stuff like that. I don't know if y'all need to. I mean, I guess we can watch it again and it'll be quick.
Let's see how you can use either the mouse or keyboard commands for just about any function within Total Eclipse. Then Total Eclipse. The left mouse button is typically used to click or select, while the right mouse button opens a context menu. You may be clicking on a toolbar icon, or a menu column, or simply clicking to position your cursor. Right-clicking will open a context menu, which will vary according to where your cursor is placed. However, there's no need to constantly reach for the mouse. For instance, you can press F10 or just press the Alt key and release to access the menu bar. H for help. Every Eclipse menu or dialog has hotkeys as an alternative to using the mouse. But if there's...
Does that make sense to you guys? I know that we went over it, whatever. So, like when you're in a document, you see the movement key. I mean the kind of toolbar things up here. If you don't understand or you want to get to them quicker, push the Alt. Do it right now. Get in that in the job that you were in where you were kind of messing around, where I was telling you move around, whatever, and then just go in that job and push Alt, and you're gonna see that these little things have a highlight under them.
Little,
Oh, look at that.
little.
Push W and the Windows things comes down.
Huh.
Okay? So it's just little shortcuts like that to where you don't have to come up here and press, put your cursor up here, and left click, whatever. This is just going to make it easier. So say you're in the document, you're moving around, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what was that? Oh, I don't remember. Alt, Windows. Oh, yeah, I need a split screen right there. So P puts a split screen. Yeah. See how it did that?
What's the split screen for?
Really, you don't need it.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't. You don't mess
Didn't tell
around.
you
with it
really,
too
you
much.
don't know? I'm like, no.
What's that?
Ask the question anyway.
I thought you didn't tell me.
See how
that you don't
it
know.
splits the screen up,
Oh, okay.
and you can put it wherever you want it, and it splits the screen.
Okay.
See? So you can split the screen wherever you want. Move it down. Exactly. All right. All right. What was that on the mouse?
Any place where you can type in a dialogue, then Windows requires you to press the Alt key in order to use the underlined letter as a hotkey. Hotkeys are underlined letters on menus or dialogues, but Eclipse also encourages you to use speed keys, which bypass the menus entirely. For instance, Alt-T to translate and Shift-Alt-T to stop translation. And finally, there are Eclipse hyperkeys, which are even more efficient than using a mouse or speed keys, but this is the subject of a separate presentation.
Got that? Okay, here it's just explaining about hyperkeys and stuff that, you know, you don't have to use the control, the alt, you know, any of that stuff. That's the whole point of hyperkeys, is to kind of cut all of that stuff out. Use it as a shortcut with the letters. Okay?
Occasional frustration. Jeez.
What's that?
It says on there, as a new user, you
Yeah,
may
and as
have
you know, and as a new
occasional
user, it is going to get frustrating, guys, because you're used to using the computer as an insert station, as a typing station. And with Eclipse, they want to take that away and kind of get it to where you're using the software, and the software remembers what you do. So the more you use the software, the more the software is going to help you. If you're just using it as a typing station, it's not going to remember anything that you're doing. So it's just going to be there. I mean, it's not going to help you. So the more you use the software, the more it's going to remember what you do and how you write. Okay?
If not, you may as well not even have the software, is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
Type your own stuff in.
Yeah, and that's why I want you to get to where you're using this stuff more. Messing around with the commands, stuff like that, because the more you remember it, the more memorization. It's just like court reporting. It's all about memorization now. You know, the more you do it, the faster you're going to get, the faster it's going to come, the more you remember. Okay?
Eclipse comes with an extensive set of speed keys and hyperkeys, which are designed for editing efficiency. You can change any of these in efficiency. You can change any of these if you like. Let's see how. Settings, Edit, Keyboard. If hyperkeys are on, you'll first be shown the list of commands that only work when hyperkeys are turned on. These are arranged alphabetically, and capital letters are shown as Shift, modifying a key. You can assign a function to any key on the keyboard, possibly modified by the Control, Shift, or Alt keys. If there's any standard or hyperkey command that you'd like to delete, just select it and press Delete. You can also modify the function of any key or add an entirely new function. It can be added as one that only works when hyperkeys are active, or one that works all the time. Here I'll place my cursor in the keystroke field and press F12. The system will warn you if you try to use a key that's already assigned to a different command. So you should find that Eclipse lets you edit your keyboard so that it's set up just the way you like.
That's a little far in the future for me.
And it is. You know, some of this stuff is down the line. You know, it's probably going to be the next class, the advanced class. Because like this stuff, and that's why, you know, some of the stuff I'm not spending a whole lot of time with, because I think it's kind of over your head a little bit right now. You know, you guys need to get used to using just the editing stuff. You know, cranking out your transcripts quicker, stuff like that. But, you know, I eventually want to get to a point where, you know, with the advanced class, we're gonna crank out a whole transcript by the end of this semester. Title pages, parent pages, witness list, your cert page, and then I'm gonna have, people come in and we're gonna dictate some stuff like we're in court or in a deposition, and then you're gonna type it up using the functions, using block files, if we take, a break, marking exhibits, where it's a block file that comes in, whereupon state's exhibit number 1 was duly marked. Stuff like that. But that's not this class, okay? So I don't want y'all to think that, you're not gonna learn it. You are gonna learn it, it's just not right now. And you don't need to get overwhelmed with some of this stuff. Okay, they're just explaining here about how to turn hyperkeys on. That's Alt-Z. Okay? This is what, the hyperkeys does. Right here. Did you guys go home and
Yes.
and
Print it out.
print it
Yes,
like I told y'all to?
Yes.
I can already see. Nope. Slick. All right. I like that even better. I'm gonna do it. I'm good and ready to. And it's only gonna help you guys because, the way that they have it here is in alphabetical order. The way that they have it on the chart that I gave you is according to the letters on the typing keyboard. Okay?
The funny
So-
thing was mine was all caps, both sides, and I changed them on mine.
Yeah.
I reprinted and changed
That's
it.
how mine is too.
All caps. And they're not supposed to be.
They're supposed to be lowercase?
Lowercase on the left and uppercase on the right.
Yeah.
That's bizarre that it was like that in ours.
Yeah.
Lowercase left.
Left.
So we'll try some of this stuff, guys. Go into that document. Everyone in it? Put your hands on the keyboard. I want you to go write 2 words, down 3 sentences, left 4 words, and then push A.
After down 3 sentences, you said what?
And then left 4 words.
Capitalizes it.
Ah,
And then
cool.
I keep
F.
landing on that.
Now do Shift A on the same word. Shift A.
Oh, all caps.
That's, is it, it's putting an apostrophe.
Not Alt, Shift.
I did? Oh. Okay, to get back, I just do,
Z.
let's see. Let me see, shift.
A.
Oh, that's cool.
Did delete it? A letter?
Huh?
Did delete a letter?
You have it in
Are
hyperkeys.
you listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I did. I did it. I don't know what to do. Okay, 1, 2,
Go sit in the
3,
back
4.
for a little bit.
Your little
Get
dance
out of here.
catalog.
No. Just get on a different word.
I am?
Push
Okay.
A. Are you in hyperkeys?
I am.
Okay.
Shift
Push-
A.
no,
right?
just A.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. Okay, got it.
Okay. On the same word, do Shift A.
Wait, move the cursor over. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Sorry.
You move your cursor over?
Yeah. Because it was on here.
It already capitalized.
It was already capitalized to begin with.
Go on a different word. More debits.
She was having to
Put
pick a
your-
word
put
that
your
was
hand
already
on-
all capped.
Oh, shoot.
Next.
There. Now,
A.
just A.
Cool.
Now go back to that word. Which is J. Now do Shift A.
Oh, it puts it on.
And it puts it all in caps.
Okay.
So that's something pretty neat. That you don't have to sit there and type the whole thing out. It gives you shortcuts on things, to do. like the delete, Shift D, go to a word. You're in hyperkeys? Put your hands on it. Go to a word, push D. Deleted it?
Yes.
Push Z. Now push Shift D
Just deletes the letter. It just deletes the letter.
and it deletes a letter. Okay?
Okay.
So see that?
Yes.
You won't really use it as much, but put your hands on the home and push O.
It's 2 words over, right?
Yeah, and just keep pushing O. See how it goes over 2 words? And then Shift O goes over 2 words. Just kind of a way to do it, but
If you
I don't know
want-
that you'll ever, I mean, you may use it, you may not use it, you know, but it's a way of going over if you want to move over quicker. Okay? Really just doing it, you know, just doing the LLL, you know,
But
is
you
going to
can't
move
hold
you
it
over.
down and it will keep moving backward. It won't do that. You have to do Shift O, Shift O, Shift O.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because I noticed I wasn't. Okay. Cool.
Okay, now get at the beginning of a sentence. Both hands on. Everybody there? Push Q.
Jump.
Next sentence.
Yeah, it makes a
Huh?
question mark.
Goes to the, oh, question mark.
You put a question mark at the end of that sentence, and I'll take you to the next sentence or the next answer. Kind of the same thing. Go to the next sentence and push P. Yeah.
Put a period.
Actually, you can be anywhere in that sentence. Anywhere. 1 word over from the beginning of that sentence, and it runs on for 10 words. It knows to put a period
That's cool.
at the end of that sentence. A Q puts a question mark at the end of the sentence, not the end of a paragraph. At the end of that sentence only. Okay? Okay, now get in the middle of, on a word, just any word in the middle of a sentence, and push S. Did you see what it did? It should have shaved the letter,
That's what it's
Off the last
shading
word.
letters on.
then just push Z. Should put it back. So S shaves the letter, so you don't have to cursor over, you know, a spot, backspace. It already knows S is shave. Shift S. Get somewhere and do Shift S. Should have shaved
End of the left.
the word before. Shave the current word. Did it?
The last letter?
The letters.
Did it shave the last
Shift
letter?
S.
I'm
Shift
doing
S.
Shift S.
Shift S, not S. S should have.
S takes the last letter from the previous one.
That's exactly what mine did.
Shift S takes the
Yeah.
last letter of the word wrong.
Of the word you're on?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
now when I put Z to put it back to where it was, it
And that,
combines
You have to press
Okay.
Z a few times, it'll bring you back.
yeah.
there. Thank you.
I know, because it makes mistakes.
I'm like, oh, man.
Hawaiian
Love that
song.
sound.
Me too.
Huh?
You like that?
Funny.
Called it the Hawaiian music.
Oh, that's the other one.
I was it.
Yeah, it's when it shuts down.
So y'all see what that did? The S, Shift S, what that did? And with the S, pretty neat.
Previous word or shade current word, that's what they say on the
Yes.
card.
But the ones that you're going to use the most are like the period, question mark, the moving around, delete, global. You know, some of the other ones are pretty neat to use, but you know, you may use them, you may not. I mean, whatever. Okay, what this is explaining here in HyperKeys is the typing. And it's not really a function within HyperKeys. It is and it isn't, if that makes sense. HyperKeys doesn't know insert. It just knows you're gonna put something in there. So N is the function to insert, then you insert whatever you need to, press enter, get you back into HyperKeys, okay? This just kind of tells you when you're inserting something and you want to insert something over a word to replace the word, put your cursor on the word, press in, type the word in, don't space over. Enter once, get you back into HyperKeys, enter twice, chops the word off. Okay? This is going to kind of tell you about the insert and the overtype.
Let's see how insert mode and overtype mode affect typing in text. Text. Here insert mode is on, and the indicators are that the toolbar icon looks pushed in. At the toolbar icon looks pushed. Insert mode is on, and the indicators are that the toolbar icon looks pushed in. And there's also an INS visible on the status bar at the bottom of the screen. When I